Austin, Texas on a late summer Saturday with the number 7 Longhorns ready to showcase their immense talent. And of course, that means all eyes on Arch. The most talked about quarterback in the game is ready to go. Week 2 provides Manning a chance now to deliver on all the expectations. As we welcome you to the SEC on ABC. ABC College Football is presented by Starbucks. 7th-ranked Texas, a program that has won 24 of their last 25 home openers, facing San Jose State.
Missing, and he said, I don't know. He doesn't see it, he doesn't hear it, he doesn't look for it. He said the only form of social media that he has is a private Instagram account where if anything Texas related pops up, he clicks not interested so he doesn't have to see it. And then in the most respectful, polite way possible, he said he doesn't care what other people think. He doesn't care what we say on our broadcast or what other people say on their shows. All he cares about is his teammates and his coaches. And he was disappointed in the way that he played against Ohio State because he felt like he let those guys down. He didn't play to his standard. And while the outside world might have a different standard for Arch Manning, he doesn't buy into it. And that very attitude test is the reason he's going to rise above it all.
This guy's just going about his business, and he's going to be out there right away as Ryan Niblett will have the return for the Longhorns, and he makes his way out just beyond the 24-yard line.
His footwork wasn't there, and he was throwing the ball sidearm. He has to make sure in this game that everything is aligned, and it's something Sark told us they really got back to in practice this week, focusing on those fundamentals and mechanics. When everything is working together, that's going to help him be a lot more accurate today.
You see the numbers from last year for his 2 home starts when he completed 68% of his passes. They go with the tap to Moore, and DeAndre Moore with a chunk play for Texas to start this game.
The other
offense, number 13, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, remains first down.
That's on the receiver, Parker Livingston.
Yeah, he's over here, number 13, going to be getting a block. This is Moore coming this way. Livingston's a big receiver at 6'4". He just got a little too handsy wrapping around the defender. You see right there, that's an easy call for the referee.
C.J. Baxter is going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
For Manning, and then Jordan Pollard's a tackling machine.
Manning's going to wind it up, take a shot downfield. It's overthrown and incomplete.
Wingo on the post, but you see here he kind of gets tied up, and at that point, that ball shouldn't get thrown. I don't even think Wingo thought he was going to give it a shot.
And the horns. Manning, a little bit of traffic in the pocket as it's incomplete.
It's about him being an impact player. He's going to loop all the way around, and he's just able to get a piece of Arch Manning right as he throws this football, and that forces a little bit of in for them.
Sure was a 3-and-out for Texas. O'Meester punts away, and this ball harmlessly goes out of bounds.
Throw it downfield.
Floyd Chalk will take the carry, and Chalk able to get through the first wave of would-be tacklers. 8-yard run by Chalk to get the day going as he is tripped up right passing yards. Now a 3rd down and 1. And they go with the tap pass to Scudero, and Scudero gets to the outside, and he has a first down for San Jose.
Zone this way, and that's just going to freeze Anthony Hill Jr. for a split second and allow Scudero to come over here and get the edge. A nice design by offensive coordinator Craig Stutzman.
Egan threw it to the outside, intended for his favorite targets down passes in that game a week ago. A lot of movement on the left side of the offensive line. You saw big Colin Simmons was already past the line of scrimmage.
Offside. Defense, number 1, unabated to the quarterback. 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
That's on Colin Simmons. He's an outstanding player.
2nd and 5, play action, pressure on Egan, who gets it out on this challenge. 3rd down and 5. Egan on the slant, and
It's a slant route up top coming all the way against Jalen Gilbo, and he's able to cross the defender's face.
Team USA, then the World Cup in '99. Egan downfield, and it's incomplete. Play caller at Washington State 4 years ago. 2nd and 10. Here's Chalk. Chalk with a stiff arm, and with that gets extra yardage.
And I'm impressed. Low to the ground, little stiff arm in the face, get off and get a few extra yards. And now to set up 3rd. He's all the way out here at the bottom of the screen.
9 catches a week ago. Egan on 3rd down. Has to turn around and back all the way up to the 40-yard line. Harmlessly strides out of bounds.
It looks like San Jose State bringing out the field goal unit here, and this was a bit of an adventure a week ago in a loss against Central Michigan. They had an opportunity to win the game. They really need him to kick well in this one.
He had 2 potential game-winning field goal attempts in the last couple minutes, the 33-yarder, the 56-yarder, and Lynch with a screwball of a kick that helicopters off to the side and is no good. So San Jose State able to move the...
Welcome back to Austin, Texas. And Arch Manning wasn't able to get into a rhythm. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Took a deep shot. He probably needed to work through the progression, check it down early, and then later in the drive on 3rd down, a little bit of pressure forces the errant pass. It's really important that Arch is able to have success here early on this drive and find some completions.
So there is Texas's first yardage gained.
Yeah, Texas starting running back Trey Wisner is not available today. He's out with a lingering injury. Steve Sarkisian said holding him today is best to hopefully ensure he's healthy long term. CJ Baxter will get most of the run, but Sark said he's excited to see what backups Jared Gibson and Christian Clark do with their opportunities.
In case you didn't know, players are now getting paid money.
Yes, as was very obvious by the amount of gold and diamonds around Trey Wisner's neck. He phone down the hall when I was in college. All right, here we go. First down for Arch Manning. Play action, turns it back around. CJ Baxter is upended.
Known for a lot of this stuff. You're pulling the lineman, you're rolling out one way, you're throwing the screen back the other side, but you're seeing...
2nd and 15 after that tackle for loss. Play action. Arch, traffic again, as he's going to use his legs, of course, wildly skilled in doing so as he...
That time they brought the corner blitz. You're going to see it here. Baxter's able to pick it up, but Arch Manning's eyes come down right away. It's a good decision to go get what he can get. Now a critical 3rd down. And
3rd down and 6. Only a 3-man rush. Oh, and it's incomplete off the hands of Ryan Wingo.
And Arch Manning puts it right into his hands. You can't throw that thing any better.
Oh, you got to catch that.
I mean, that's right in the hands. You're going to go advance that, and it's a big play on offense. And
for Texas, Bomeister, the big Aussie, punts away. And a fair catch by Thomas. San Jose State back out there. Egan looking for the quick strike, but Leland Smith was well covered. All right, Coach Ken just the other day. 2nd down and 10 now for the Spartans. Quick out, and he is able to get that complete.
Illegal motion, offense. 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
Losses in his entire career. Couldn't sleep for 3 days, but you play in Texas. You got to get ready to go.
2nd and 15, backs up to his own goal line. Now in the end zone, has to throw it away, and it's incomplete. That was dangerous.
Cole Brevard at nose guard. Yeah, you'd be saying big number 99. The first read's not there. He's able to split the double team, and then a Moselo able to get the hit. Now 3rd and long, you've got to protect, and you've got to find where number 1 is. Colin Simmons here at the bottom of the screen. That's the danger if you're San Jose State's offensive line now.
Remember, 9 sacks a year ago to lead the Horns for Simmons. Let's see if he gets after him here on 3rd and 15. And they are going to go with the conservative call of the handoff to play it safe, as that burnt orange in the end zone. They're coming after him. And a flag is down as Niblett fields it and is already near the 45-yard line.
4 guys get back.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. defense, number 16. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot.
He said they scouted it, and they knew that Taft could get a free run at him, Jesse.
Yeah, well, they sent everybody that time. Again, 4 guys getting in there, but they make the contact. I don't think...
Out to the 29-yard line. Radcliffe patiently waiting for something, and he's able to this year. We'll get into that conversation a little later on of the difference we are seeing in just the nature of the sport. Fewer plays, more huddles. Here's Egan with time to take a strike downfield to a wide open man, but just overthrown.
Move, a little curl and go right there. It just forces Grayson Littleton, the true freshman, to pause for a moment, and Egan normally very, very accurate on.
Radcliffe, this time he is bottled up. He was met by Hero Canoe. Wider splits on 3rd down and 9. Here's Egan, does have time, drives the ball, but incomplete. Again looking away. Now Carrizosa will look to sky this as he does turn it over, and that sends Niblett back to the 10-yard line, where he is met with excellent coverage. Texas has punted twice. Christian Clark on the carry.
Bouncing back, and I think there's still a lot of question marks that we all have about Arch Manning, the type of player he is, and we're learning as we go.
Here's Christian Clark on 2nd and 8. So
I mean, it's still so early in the evaluation process for Arch Manning.
3rd down and 3. Manning downfield, wide open, and here's Livingston. Parker Livingston, look at him go, just like that. Took him. So the intended receiver on the failed 4th down in the end zone in the 4th.
He's running a post outside. That takes 2 defenders and occupies them, and that allows the wheel route to be wide open up the boundary. 2 defenders in the back end occupied by 1 deep route, and they're worried about the speed of Wingo. There's a little bit of a slip, obviously, by the defender in San Jose State, and Livingston shows you the wheels. That already his 2nd receiving touchdown now in 2 games. This is a young player, only a redshirt freshman, that I think is going to make a lot of plays in this offense in the passing attack for Steve Sarkisian in Texas. Just threw a touchdown pass. Don't get too high. Now you got to take the field again, and on offense, lead them down the field.
DJ, so they have a dynamic relationship. Egan. A little bit of pressure, and that ball is intercepted.
To scoop this thing up and score, or sorry, get the pick. We talked about how important it was for San Jose State to not turn the football over. This has been a huge issue for them since the beginning of last year, but the slip by the tight end on the route creates a massive takeaway for Texas defensively. Joe, last year, they led the nation in interceptions. So you get the long touchdown pass to Livingston. Your defense gets an interception right away. And here you are cooking again inside the 30.
The San Jose State 34-yard line. And Baxter showing a little wiggle and keeping his balance and body control.
Now it's nice to have the big fella that can run between the tackles.
See a little bit of rain coming down here in Austin. Here's Ryan Wingo as they utilize the quick game. Arch goes back, and you can see him looking up at the big jumbo and saying, that's the way we want to do it here. Keeping a little bit of that momentum that he gathered, the better. 2nd and 6. Baxter waiting for the block, and in doing so, he twists his way for a 1st and goal up. 1st and goal. Baxter cuts back against the grain, inside the 5, lowers the shoulders with a chance to score again. Quick strike to the end zone, and it's a touchdown to Livingston again. So Manning now 6 of 9 with 2 passing touchdowns.
Showing this, and you just get movement here, you get movement here, and that opens up the window behind it And RPOs is something Sark is known for. It's something he does almost virtually every play, it feels like, and something he didn't feel like he called enough against Ohio State. This is Sark's offense here. Nice job in patient route running by Livingston on the outside. Big body slant at the goal line. Nice safe throw by Manning, putting it in his body where only his guy's going to be able to make the catch.
Inspiration every time.
Speaking from experience,
yes,
being girl dad is the best. Congratulations to Jalen Gilbo. Remember, Brett Venables now calling plays on defense for Oklahoma.
All of a sudden, Walker Eget and the Spartans blink, and they're down 2 touchdowns here at Texas. Eget, the man right in his face, but he was able to get it out. And
welcome back to Austin. We're on the sidelines with King Niumatalolo. Coach King, your defense got off to a great start, but an explosive and an interception make this a 14-point game. What do you need to see from your team in a response?
We got a long ways to go. I mean, our corner fell down in thirds. I mean, we got to make a play there, and we turned the ball over there. We've been playing well. We've missed some shots. We've had some guys open. It's a long ways to go. We just got to play one play at a time.
Thanks, Coach.
Full Academy. And now his second season at San Jose State. 2nd and 2 for his offense as Radcliffe that's a turnover. He fumbled the ball just as he was coming down across that line to gain.
The ruling on the field is the runner lost possession of the ball. The ball was recovered by the defense. First down, Texas.
It is Anthony Smith with the fumble recovery.
Anthony Smith, number 26, all converging at the same time. From the left, you'll see Taft coming in. Looks like he gets the shoulder on the ball. Oh, and then it's Smith there ripping it out with his right hand. And then he has possession of it right away. That's incredible.
He rips it out plus possesses it. But boy, that's really close.
But where are the knees of...
After video review, the call on the field is upheld. First down, Texas.
So it is a first down, nominal field position to start a drive.
They skew the football. Turnovers on the set. You oftentimes see that with offensive play callers in this area of the field.
Speedy Ryan Wingo's in the slot to the near side. Here's the play action, a chance for that shot. Downfield, gets it complete. Endries into the end zone. Another touchdown pass for Arch. Smile. It's like an exhale that he's been waiting to have, Jesse.
Like weight is coming off his shoulders, there's no question. But listen, he's not doing it all by himself. He's getting a lot of help here from his teammates as well. Look at this pass pro up front. Big, look, this is the target right here. He's running the seam. It's going to take a long time. He's got all day to throw it. Arch Manning has come alive. The offense has come alive. The defense has 2 takeaways. And Bevo is hooking them. TD passes.
I want to ask you a little more about that, like what your eye sees and one of the conversations that the 3 of us had with Coach Sark yesterday as Chalk takes it in.
And then your arm follows. If your feet aren't set, all of a sudden you start to kind of go shortstop sidearm to get it out quicker.
Egan, oh, he is just mashed.
And he's right here. He's going to beat the tackle. He's going to beat the running back. It does not matter. Ethan Burke with a good first step. Great hands on the swim move. He forces Egan to have to hold on to it. And then Colin Simmons and company come from the other side to clean that up. Really nice job on the pass rush.
4-man rush. They go with the handoff to Chalk. A penalty flag comes out. Ball's out again. Ball is out again, and it is picked up by Trey Moore and returned. As he is out at the 1-yard line.
Holding. Offense. Number 74. First down, Texas.
Up front, and then it's Anthony Hill, number 0, and again, Anthony Smith, number 26, who forced the last fumble in on the action. That's one of those country fumbles where it's just laying on the ground, nobody around it. If you're Trey Moore, you just scoop it up and try to go.
Extra tight ends in the backfield for 1st and goal. Baxter trying to get up and over, but is the fullback in front of Baxter. Baxter following Townsend and in. A rushing touchdown for C4.
Personal foul. Chop block. Offense. Number 54 and number 73. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains 2nd down.
So wipe it off and march him back.
That's Cole Hudson and DJ Campbell kind of high-lowing Nafa Funga right here. This is the triangle you're watching. You can't engage in high-low and cut block a defensive player like this in this area of the field when he's engaged with an offensive lineman.
Manning, and Empty look on 2nd and goal from the 15 to the end zone. And how about a score? And that's 4 for Arch. Jack Andrews again.
They're both going to be dropping deep. This little out route takes this defender with them. There's a big area of the field to run into if your Andrews from the outside. Again, really nice pass protection. Just a 4-man rush. Arch Manning has all day to throw that. From Cal, shows you the wheels and the speed and the route running ability. He's looked real good here in these last 2 drives.
Mason hit Livingston, and it's been all Texas since. Egan with a lot of time as he goes with the shallow cross to Tonga Bailoa. Yes, Tully.
Ball was thrown.
Number 74. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
That's on Sione Namani, starting left guard.
Well, that's his 2nd penalty.
Kenny Scudero, who had 9 catches for 189 yards a week ago, has 1 catch today against this Texas defensive backfield. First down and 20. Egan gets it out quickly to Scholl.
But I think you got to
Be one of the best defensive coordinators in all of college football. What they've done in terms of recruiting the elite talent at every level of this defense, it really shows up. Quick strike is complete for a first down. 16-yard completion to get the first down. Oh, Simmons with a free rush on Egan as the flag rains down immediately, and that was a well-thrown ball.
Defense number 1 in the neutral zone at the snap. The penalty is declined. First down.
That's an incredible play by Walker Egan. First off, avoiding Colin Simmons. I don't know how he was able to make him miss. And then you're running out to the right. Cole Brevard at 350 pounds is bearing down on you. And good job by Kyrie Scholes not quitting on the play, running the comeback route. Peyton Manning used to do that. Eli did it.
Thus the 2-decade-long careers.
Yeah.
Jabari Bates in college football led FBS in receptions, yards, and receiving touchdowns. 2nd and 5, and it's another well-thrown ball to...
Decided to keep it. It looked like he had something open on the left-hand side by the boundary. Instead, he goes to his 2nd read in the progression, and another...
Trying to get on the board here in Austin. Bates straight ahead for... Patiently waited his turn. Egan, good ball down to the 5-yard line. To
tap all over him. Watch this. Catch it right away for a guy that's only 5'9", 174.
Bates straight ahead for a score. Jabari Bates with the rushing touchdown for San Jose State.
And this is the player they're trying to impact with a possible quarterback run. On the outside, Lance Jackson, he has to honor Emisone's ability to run it. He saw it on film against Central Michigan. Having the more versatile athletic quarterback in the game opens up the run in the top 10 based on how those games went, even though they lost.
They go with the short kick, and it is fielded and brought out to the 42-yard lines. High school for Simmons. Parsons has acted as a mentor to him, and you see how that pays off as Manning quickly gets it out to DeAndre Moore. Who's all this week. He says, private IG account. If Texas comes up on my algorithm, I click not interested. But the fans are interested in throws like that.
Ball with so much more conviction in this game.
Jesse, that's 7 straight completions now as Christian Clark is taken down for a loss by...
Really putting a lot of confidence in his young quarterback.
2nd and 12. Flag comes down as he goes downfield. What an effort to high point that ball by Livingston. But we will check on the flag.
Holding. Offense, number 52. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains 2nd down.
The only returning starting offensive lineman is
the most disruptive D lineman up front for San Jose State. A little bit of a scramble drill here. It's a good job by Livingston. You work the other way. 6'4", very long arms, just going up and high pointing the football. Tremendous effort. You have to do it in game type situations. And number 13 and number 16 have been on the same page.
2nd and 22, quickly to McCutcheon. McCutcheon is taken down out of bounds. Katie.
Yeah, Tess, if you notice, between plays, Arch Manning has continued to point to his helmet. I think he's having some comms issues. He's spending a lot of time watching the signalers over on the sidelines and working on getting his comms right.
Well, you're just executing at a very high level, and he's doing a good job operating.
3rd down and 19. Manning steps up in the pocket. He wants every bit of it, but it overthrows to Ryan Wingo out of the back of the end zone.
Well, a little bit of pressure on Manning here forces him to step up, and I thought he might have had a chance to take off and run and see what he could have got, but when you've got someone with the speed,
Grew up in Australia playing cricket and Aussie football, and now here he is as the Horns punter. And again, looking to drop it inside, but it goes in.
I like the stretch overalls.
Well, we can hook you up. We can take care of you.
Bringing out the 2-year-old and all of them.
The Jay Palmer line should expand to having overalls as Bates takes Lowry. Give it a consideration. Good move by Bates as he goes ahead. First down run just moments ago. There's Egan off the edge. There was pressure, but he gets away from it. Now directing traffic downfield and has to go underneath to Scholes. Egan looking left, feels confident to take a strike, but it's incomplete. Simmons was right in the face of Egan, who goes downfield, and an effort was made. Incredible effort by Smith. Watch this.
He was such a big get for them out of the portal of Purdue. 6'4" ball underthrown. He pins it on the back of Black's head.
Wow.
We're going to look at this again to see when he took possession of the football and where he was in relation to the sideline.
He pins it against the helmet of Kobe Black, stays with it as he's falling backwards and secures it. Leland Smith.
He made an unbelievable catch in a one-on-one situation against Central Michigan last week. I want to know, when does that ball finally, does he have full control and possession of this? Because you don't have it hitting it against the helmet. It's got to come into his right hand.
Watch the sideline here. Does he have full control and possession while he's still in bounds?
He has it.
Review. It is an incomplete pass. The receiver did not have full control until he was out of bounds. It'll be 4th down and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Niblett calls for a scatter as it takes a San Jose bounce all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Outstanding, and we could go against Alabama. They're different on both sides of the ball.
Here's Manning from his own 1-yard line as he threw it to the feet of Ryan Wingo.
He's got to stay with it. He's got to stay on balance, and he's got to keep reminding himself to go through his checklist each and every play.
And playing clean. We've seen much more of the Texas style of offense in this game in the play calling. C.J. Baxter bottled up.
Yep, section guys wide open downfield making plays.
They're 1 for 4 on 3rd down today. This is a 3rd and 11. Manning off the hands of Aaron.
Star Joe coming out of high school, the #1 player ranked in the state of Washington. Bama wanted him, Oregon wanted him, Notre Dame wanted him.
He is able to get it off, and Thomas will have a chance for the return from the 49, so it'll be excellent field position for the Spartans. Jabari Bates, as he is ridden down by Colin. Egan on 2nd and 5. Good protection. Pitch and catch. Scudero first down. Ball came out at the end. Texas is playing it as a live ball. Jelani McDonald on the return for the Horns.
It was Anthony Hill who forced the fumble. And
McDonald.
Well, he's the impact player. Scudero is. You see Hill, 240 pounds, hitting a 175-pound receiver. That ball came out right away. Jelani McDonald, Johnny on the spot. Another country fumble, scoops it up. And he's running down the sidelines.
You see Anthony Hill. Matt, the way Anthony Hill came in there almost looked like a right cross to the face.
In a review. After video review, the call on the field is upheld. 1st down, Texas.
Anthony Hill showing his teammates exactly what he did with that big right hand, and now Ryan Wingo showing you the speed on the edge as he darts ahead. That with the kid one-on-one for about a half an hour. I walked away saying that's exactly what every coach wants on their team. He is dynamic. On the Fresno State 1-7 all time against the SEC. They did have a win against Arkansas back in 2019. This is a very different beast, though. C4, C.J. Baxter.
Brandon Baker coming this way. And Baker's going to get up on a linebacker, and that opens up the crease. Big boy football up front, right in your kitchen.
Here goes Baxter again as
they're pushing guys around.
All 4 offensive linemen who went off to the NFL made the NFL. And now this reworked offensive line is CJ.
For no question, and that experience certainly helps them here.
3rd and 3. Manning extends the play. It may have gotten hit as he throws, and it's picked off by Appellant Williams at the 1-yard line. Isaiah Revis was involved.
Situation in the red zone, you're throwing this away. Safety blitz, Revis in your face, live to play another down. That goes into the 3rd row. You just can't force it. Throw it late out wide to the boundary. He's lucky this wasn't a pick 6.
Egan get it underneath to Tully Tungavailoa.
Just sort of understanding situations and awareness on the field where you are.
Egan, should have been caught by Leland Smith.
Legs on the field.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense, number 1. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
That's a really bad penalty by Colin Simmons that time. He did a great job splitting a double team, and at the end, just frustrated he didn't get there. And the extracurricular activity you don't need. Look at this right here. Does an amazing job getting through that, but when the ball's out.
6th Texas penalty for 70 yards. And that ball is complete to the 32-yard line. Egan does get it out quickly. It's incomplete. He was his body on his contact point, and that is not well struck again. You see that X-ball style and it leaking out to the right, and that's when the contact point is.
Thanks, Tess. Sark, there was a lot to like in that first half, but what did you see on that interception in the red zone?
Well, we had a breakdown of protection, and that's part of the growing pains as a young quarterback. Sometimes you got to know when to eat it.
4 takeaways on defense. What have you seen from that group?
Well, we really challenged them coming into the game. We want to get after the football. They've taken it to heart. They're getting after the ball. We turn those into points for the most part, too.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Here in Austin, the SEC on ABC. ABC College Football is presented by Starbucks. Number 7 Texas up 28-7. 4 Texas forced turnovers is safety picked off by Appellant Williams. 21-point margin as we open up this second half. Turnovers early on in this game from the Spartans. Quickly getting it out, getting complete to Scholes, but he threw it behind him, so it actually turned him around. Katie.
Yeah, Tess, I think everybody can guess what Coach Kin had to say coming out of the locker room. He said, ball security, the turnovers are killing us. He said the fact that we've turned it over 4 times and are only down 3 possessions shows that we're fighting. He said we'll continue to fight here in the second half. And good news, Danny Scudero's okay, and he's back on the field for the second half, guys.
Katie, that's good to hear. He took a big hit on one of those turnovers, and Anthony Hill came in with his right hand in the second quarter. Scudero, of course, their biggest target offensively early this season. Here's Egan on 2nd and 8. He's pressured, and he just burned it straight ahead as he was ripped down.
It's for Watson getting home.
Intentional grounding. Offense, number 5. The ball be placed at the spot of the foul. Loss of down. 3rd down.
That's a tremendous pass rush by Watson right here coming inside. He's a guy that got pushed around a little bit last week in their loss up at Ohio State. So he's playing with a little bit of fire, but he's showing you that.
Feeling pressure again, launches it downfield, and that should have been interception by Gilbo. He had one in the first half. That was right in his hands.
15-yard cushion. You don't even see him in the screen right now. He's playing so far back with his eyes on the quarterback. Goes up to high point it. Great job by Scholes, as you said, Joe, turning into a DB to make sure that wasn't the 5th turnover of the game.
3-yard line, his 3rd punt of the afternoon. As Niblett calls for the fair catch right at about the 47-yard line.
Holding. Receiving team, number 17. The 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the post scrimmage kick spot. First down, Texas.
Christian Clark in the backfield with Manning. Remember, Trey Wisner is not playing today. So Clark He's the primary backup to C.J. Baxter.
Can't stop the run.
Yeah, Pollard they listed just over 200 pounds. Here's Clark on 2nd and 8. It'll be a first down.
Came out of high school as the number 3 ranked running back, and now he's getting a chance to get some more snaps, obviously, with the injury to Quintravion Wisner. Good job.
Fall camp last year. Pumped by Arch. Look at the time he has, but coverage downfield, and then he connects with Wingo.
Post throw down the field. He's coming in motion. I think there was a spot for him. If he had just anticipated this throw a little bit sooner, he's faking it. He's looking at the wheel. It's not there right now. I think there's an opportunity for a big one, but you got to feel confident.
For Texas. Clark again. And this time he is gobbled up.
As this game goes on, there'll be a lot of coachable moments for Arch Manning. He's learning literally on the fly.
Yeah, you even saw that last week late in the game against Ohio State as he evades the would-be tackler and then got it right on the numbers to Washington. But
Williams coming in scot-free from the right side. Arch Manning at 6'4", 225, able to make a miss. Is he going to run? Is he not? He's holding on to it. That's an accurate throw. But Jordan Washington's got to be able to catch on the boundary.
Hey.
And they have not been good on 3rd down in this game so far, Joe. 1 of 6.
Here's Moore on 3rd and 9. He barely makes it back.
Try.
For Mason Shipley, as you see, DeAndre Moore needing some help to get off the field. That is not a good sign. One of their best overall skill position players. Big story. He wasn't even offered out of high school. Took a gap year. Was working at Discount Tire and Amazon as a delivery driver and sending out videos to colleges. And now his college football career has taken him here to Austin, and he puts it through from 47 yards out.
Yeah.
Mixed with like a nice greasy burger and some fries in the middle of a college football Saturday afternoon.
That's totally my deal.
That's living right there.
My dojo.
Floyd Chalk back in the game at running back, and a good run to get this possession going.
Big loss for Texas, no question.
Egan gets the ball out quickly to Scholes. Egan on 2nd and 3. And an easy pitch and catch as he gets it complete.
True freshman, a very talented one in Littleton in the slot.
There's that matchup against Grayson Littleton. He's going to have a huge future here in Austin. There's Scudero. Somebody interviewed his mom, Grayson's mom. She said Grayson was the one interviewing the coaches, not the other way around. He wanted to interview them as to scheme and how they saw football and how he was going to go about his week of film. And they go with the screen to Scudero, and Scudero is taken down by Michael Tapp.
A year ago just comes flying downhill, and that is a very difficult thing to do. Great job being physical at the point of attack that time by Anthony Smith, forcing Scudero to go outside.
Niblett calls for the fair catch around the 7-yard line. And now this team, this roster, loaded to try to claim a national championship. Incomplete as Manning. Arch gets it out quickly to Livingston. Livingston is tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They're going to pressure Arch. And he's taken down. The ball came out right at the goal line.
It's a fumble recovered by the offense at the 1-yard line.
Jordan Washington is having a rough time here. Remember, he dropped that ball on the sideline earlier. That time gets completely beat around the outside.
By the way, Jordan Washington recovering this and laying on top of one of his players allows him to take the ball and move forward with it and reach it out of the end zone.
Well, half of his body was in the end zone, but the ball was out. He's lucky for that. After giving up that pressure, he better have fallen on that. The save.
Bomeister from the end zone. Thomas on the return. And now Ratcliffe on the carry for San Jose State is tracked down by fine balance here. It's not just the scoreboard, it's what you're trying to accomplish.
That's a double pass.
This should be, but instead they're going to, well, it just throws it away at the last second. There was so much in support of their defense. Egan, incomplete. as there was a little bit of pressure coming after him. 9 after the timeout by Texas. Egan, he wants more than 9 as he throws it out of bounds.
Next challenge is going to be on the road at Florida against the Gator defense, but this game and the next 2 as well, these are big opportunities for him to continue to grow.
Handling all the national scrutiny and attention. Play action. Manning on 2nd and 5 as he checks down underneath to C4. And
do that, you take those shots more and more often.
3rd down and 3, A-gap pressure. He's going to try to use his feet, dodge a defender.
Impressive things about him throughout his great career.
Here's 4th and 2 from their own 45. Baxter on 4th down to Maryland. Manning with time to go downfield and does get it complete to Livingston, and Livingston settles in down at the 10-yard.
Block in the back. Offense, number 14. The 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the spot of the foul. Texas still made the line of the game. 1st down.
Going to come over here and pick this blitz up and absolutely stone it. And this was critical to Arch Manning getting this pass off. That is an outstanding job by a true freshman stepping up in a difficult blitz pick.
As a true freshman, he specifically said it, and you saw it there. Manning with time, but does he have an option? Gonna run now, and he does so inside the 10, turns the corner, keeps his balance, and scores. The athleticism of Arch Manning.
And that's the stuff you simply can't coach with Arch Manning and that running ability. At 6'4", 220, he's got the ability to make people miss in the open field. That time, Ethan Powell had a clean shot at him. He didn't even come close to touching him, and then he keeps his balance. We're going to take a look back at the progressive pylon cam to make sure this crosses the end zone and is a score right here at the end. Nice job blocking out wide by Dylan McCutcheon. He's got the ball in the right hand. Now it's in the left. Right foot in, left foot in. Stretches it over the pylon. That's 6.
Title in volleyball, and he will always say, it's Mom, it's Ellen.
Which is funny because Coop was...
Yes, some teachable moments. But a 38-7 lead for the Longhorns.
Yeah. Appointment television.
It is indeed. It's been an awesome run. By the way, how about Thursday night till about 3 a.m. and then coming down here to have a meeting with Arch and Sark. Here is Egan on the run, dives ahead. First play of the 4th quarter, Jabari Bates for the Spartans.
Okay, 4th quarter, we're down 31. They know we're throwing it virtually every play. There's a player down. That's not good, Joe.
And that is Colin Simmons, one of the most important players on the entire roster.
Wow. And so if you're Steve Sarkisian right now, after that, you're starting to ask yourself, how much longer are we leaving starters in the game? Up 31. 2nd game of the season. Deshaun Alexander, freshman of the year, is now down on the ground. 6'4", 215. He skipped his last 2 years of high school, pitched on the baseball team as a freshman, 20 strikeouts. I feel bad for that wall.
Bates is gobbled up. Egan, as he looks the way of Scudero, Grayson Littleton comes in. See, you got the experience, and then you reload. And there's the quick strike to Scholl.
But even
at Florida is the one you're circling right now when you look ahead. Egan, pressure on him, launches it downfield. Wide open was Scudero, but he threw it.
The marker today. Watch right here. I mean, you just got to hit him in stride, and he's going to walk in the end zone.
Star for Coach Sark. 2nd and 10. Egan downfield again. Scudero again running the same route. This time he was
just going stride for stride. There's a little bit of contact there at the end. I like the no call. He's just a young true freshman here who is just out competing with Texas in this back end.
Quick strike. Scudero kept his balance, and he slithers free for a first down and more.
That's his balance. Watch this after the catch. Threw it. Here's Phil Simi. He's able to spin, stay on his feet, and he almost splits Gilbo.
Fiery team that wants to show something late here against Texas. Boy, well covered. There's Scatterboot Jesse. Floyd Chalk. Go ahead, you can do it just once.
No.
Just go ahead. And keep it on the ground with Chalk. And Chalk gets it down close to the 10-yard lines. By the way, the 13th play of the drive against this Texas defense. Egan on fourth down, it is tipped at the line of scrimmage, and it's a turnover on
So many defenses around college football. Texas' defenses look real good here today.
At 4 p.m. That should be exciting against Sabalenka. I mean, the run she's had to go.
I think if Anisimova keeps her head, it could be a 3-set match, just like we saw in the semifinals. Both semifinals were fantastic.
Here's Arch Manning connecting with Jordan Washington.
Self up, but watch him this time get his feet underneath him. He feels the rush coming this way. Collect your feet. The arm follows. It's an accurate throw right in the face mask of his mechanics get all out of control.
Manning able to survive a little bit of pressure and then drive the ball downfield and get it complete to Winston.
Cole Hudson's having problems with Ciosi at nose tackle right here, but that one arm's not going to get it done. And he has the composure to keep the eyes downfield, throw one of those firm with an arc Latu to his target.
Remember the conversation we were having just a few minutes ago about how you manage as a flag go at the end of the game.
Fence, number 74, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
And you're
to learn from. And that's why I agree with the decision. You keep him in the game here as long as you can to get those reps.
You know, it's interesting if another flag comes down to hear you say things need to go bad, right?
Illegal shift. Offense, number 8. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
But Jesse,
good example. You can see the talent. It's evident. Throwing and running. There's lots of things that he'll improve on. He needs to.
Incomplete.
And that's one there. And Sam Houston to get the confidence going before you go on the road to Gainesville.
And get it quickly to the outside to Wingo. And
on offense, he is going to have to be playing well.
3rd and 25. Manning was hit as he throws again.
Here is at right tackle right here. And Brandon Baker had a few false start penalties in the game against Ohio State. He didn't block the right guy in the last play of the game. And on that one there, you just got to be able to hold up a little bit longer. We've seen Tao Fatafua. He's made a couple big plays now here in the second half. I think it's a little area of concern early this year for Texas.
Remember, of course, the offensive line last year with Banks and Connor and Jake Majors and Cameron Williams. I mean, everywhere you look, Stin. All SEC, ABC triple header today. SEC teams in action throughout.
And I can't wait to watch that.
Walker Egan been pushing hard here in this fourth quarter. Coming back for the ball is Scholes.
Team Joe to do some big things this year.
The 3rd down and 4. And that was batted down, getting right into that passing lane. Canu, who grew up in a small village in Germany and then came to the U.S. in 2020 to play American football. And now,
you know, Colin Simmons went down for Texas early in this quarter. He spent a lot of time in the injury tent. When he came back out to the bench, I threw up my thumbs up, raised my eyebrows. He said, I'm good, I'm good. So good news for Texas fans. We've got more of the fourth quarter and the final of this game on the other side on ABC.
As he continues to develop.
Matthew Caldwell is the backup quarterback who is now in the game for Texas.
False start. Offense, number 73. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Earlier this week, they love. I mean, this guy's going to be amazing. But Caldwell transfers in from Troy. He was the starter there, had success there. It's his 4th school. He's a journeyman, but he's reliable. He's steady. He's a veteran guy. He was at Jacksonville State. He was at Gardner-Webb. Then he went to Troy, and now here he is, the backup to Arch Manning at Texas. Christian Clark getting the carries here with under 6 minutes to play.
Joe would fit really, really well into that quarterback room.
As he gives to Gibson. Gibson with a good run.
They got a good stable of back. About 10 pounds lighter. I think some of the guys took their chains back.
1 second in your current closet, my man.
No, they would not.
Not one. Lockett.
And they're able to keep them and they're able to develop them.
That's right. And then you learn the system, you grow into it, you turn into the player you want to be, the player that Sark and Kyle Flood and
high school, and they're able to plug and play at a high level.
Player running off the field.
Illegal substitution. Offense, 12 players in formation. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Go, and you mentioned all the talent, 12 draft picks in 2025 to the NFL as the attempt from Caldwell.
Finally take that next step and bring home the national championship trophy.
Gibson on the carry on 2nd and 15. When we were sitting with Sark yesterday.
Rose Bowl game in the playoff, that looked a lot different than the one we saw earlier in the year. You're
Notre Dame last year?
Yeah.
Gibson again on the carry on 3rd down.
You know, so that
it's coming your way, and then Michigan, Oklahoma tonight. Here's a 4th down and 6 coming out of the 2-minute timeout. Caldwell back to pass, and he connects and gets it to Arch Manning, young man who grew up in Auburn, Alabama, and led Auburn High School to a state championship game. Gibson looking for a crease, and the ball came out, and San Jose State jumps on it.
Oh, talk about coachable moments. It's not just for Arch Manning, it's for a lot of other young players on Texas as well. And great job by Jordan Pollard being there to jump on that one. And for this San Jose State defense, still playing very hard to the last whistle. This time it was Larry Turner Gooden, the Texas transfer.
That's right.
Who actually Fresno struggle against Kansas. I think the Mountain West Conference could be a bit more open than people initially anticipated.
He's going to keep it on the ground. 3rd down and 7. Final half minute of this game. As Bates will get the carry, and that should shut things down here.
Texas, certainly on defense. It's a long season, as you said, Joe. But all the goals for Texas are still out ahead of them.
Coach Sark, very pointed this week. Everybody around these players said, go out, be physical, execute. The players themselves were saying, let's go out and just have some fun. Well, there were some moments where there were big smiles out there with the Longhorns. Big plays, Parker Livingston making one of them, the 83-yarder. He finished with 128 yards and 2 touchdowns. Katie?
Thanks, Tess. Coach, great game. You know that your quarterback's a hot topic. What did you think of Arch's day?
Well, I thought he had a really good game today. You know, I thought he took advantage of some balls down the field. Lesson learned on a protection breakdown, forcing the ball. We're going to have some of those growing pains with him, but I thought he used his legs for the touchdown, threw the ball down the field well, and created some explosive plays.
Your defense was fantastic. What impressed you on that side?
Well, this is a unique offense to defend, and so our ability to defend the pass and the run, and obviously creating the 4 turnovers is huge.
Congratulations.
Good job, brother.
Arch, you said last week you didn't play to your standard. What did you think about your play today?
Once again, not very good, but, you know, we got to clean up a lot of things. Some guys made some plays, though, so that's good, but, you know, it was a little sloppy.
What do you feel like you learned and improved on?
I thought I made more plays and attacked them more, but, you know, it was just sloppy all around.
Thank you for the time.
Yeah, have a good one.
Congratulations.
He says sloppy. He says not very good. He had some good moments today. He had some really good moments. He also had some learning moments. 5 total touchdowns. Ole Miss and Kentucky's coming up next for Katie and Jesse. I'm Joe Tessitore. Enjoy the rest of your day. Let's get you to the college football scoreboard studio with Kevin. Kevin, take it away, my man.